This is Graham from Knight's Writing Company, and today I am in beautiful Greeley, Ontario, enjoying the sun. It is such a perfect day, but we're going to take it indoors now and talk about Lamy Safari. When you first purchase your Lamy Safari, it's going to come to you in a cardboard box just like this one. Let's crack that open and have a look at what's inside. It's a little green Lamy Safari. It is a good day. And the first thing you're going to notice here is there's a cardboard ring separating the nib section from the barrel. And the reason for that cardboard ring is quite simple, really. It's to stop the cartridge that's supplied inside from bursting and spraying ink all over. So we can get rid of the cardboard ring, discard that over there. Now you will notice the cartridge is not an international standard cartridge like this one here. That's because Lamy use a proprietary fit for their pens. So if you do use a Lamy, make sure you're going to use one of their cartridges. You can buy those in different colors, in little boxes of 5. Or use one of their converters for bottled ink. Another cool thing about a Lamy Safari is the nib system. The nib actually fits over the feed and just slides in and out. So what that means is you can exchange this nib for another one. Perhaps you wanted to use a fine nib instead of the usual medium that you use. Maybe you wanted to change it up for an italic nib or a black nib instead of a silver nib. Now the way you get this nib off, it's not that easy. You got to basically give it a good pull from either side of the nib and just slide it off the feed. Some people use blue tack for doing this. But most people use Scotch tape to get a good purchase. So I'm going to grab some of this Scotch tape that I stole from the office and show you here. I'm just going to put the Scotch tape over the nib and give it a good tug, and sure enough, we have one nib. So this is a really cool system that allows you to use pretty much any of Lamy nibs that fit the Safari. It's really up to you. You can buy the nib separately and build yourself a nice collection for your Safari. To get the nib back on, it's the reverse of what we just did. Simply engage on the sides, give it a bit of a wiggle and press it on. So the obvious question is, how well does Lamy Safari actually write? Let's give it a go. And I must say, actually it writes really, really nicely. For the price point of the pen, it's extremely reliable and it's also fairly smooth nib as well. Let's compare it with another pen that I have here. This is a Japanese pen. It's a Pilot Metropolitan, also with a fine nib, so it'll be interesting to compare the two of them. European nibs generally write a little bit wider than the Japanese counterparts. Let's see if that's true in this case. Well, the Lamy Fine and the Metropolitan Fine seem to write pretty much the same width. They both feel equally as smooth as each other, and they're both similar price point. Either way, I don't think you'll be disappointed with the Lamy. The nib section of the Safari is interesting in that it's a triangular design that allows your fingers to grip the nib section in the right orientation for writing on the paper. And it's great for people who are less familiar with fountain pens, and it's also extremely comfortable. If you compare it with the Metropolitan here, you see this has a round nib section. It doesn't have those facets that make it nice and easy to hold the pen. The other thing to note with Lamy Safaris is they come in an array of different colors. We have the Terra Special Edition here. There's a yellow. We've already seen the green. And this one here was a special edition petrol. Lamy have many different colors. Every year they seem to release 1 or 2 special edition pens for both the AL Star and the Safari. So if you like collecting colors and you like collecting pens, look no further than Lamy Safari. The last thing to remember about Lamy Safari is if you find a little bit of blue ink inside the nib, don't worry, that's part of their testing procedure. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe by pressing the button below, and we'll see you next time.